Today I'm speaking to my dear friend Tendai Mabikacheche. Tendai is one of the biggest experts that I know in impact investing in ESG. And with everything going on, I wanted to ask you, Tendai, how do you see agriculture in particular being impact in Africa with this crisis?
So there have been quite a lot of issues coming up as a result of this COVID-19 pandemic. Were we prepared just in terms of the wider social management and potential risks that come as a result of different issues such as climate change, environmental changing conditions, and just
Right.
any potential health concerns? So yes, this has been a long time discussion, and just in terms of our own personal preparedness. So right now, Africa is dealing with issues around supply chain management currently, travel disruption, logistical issues, as well as the health of the workforce itself. So it is quite key in terms of risk management and where we move to next as Africa.
Right, I see. And also the fact that a lot of the clients who buy a lot of agricultural products, the Western countries have closed their borders. I'm sure it's having a big impact as well. And I can't help to think that going forward, agri-tech and technology in agriculture will actually have a very important role. What are your thoughts on that?
At this point in time, it's important and it's quite key from what I'm seeing now. A lot of companies, investments, and agricultural organizations are just having a time to reflect how they can do business better. So agri-tech comes at such an opportune moment, particularly at a time where we need to expand and do agriculture in a different way and in a way that's more efficient. For example, we can look at technologies such as drones, which can be used to see vast areas of agricultural land, but also looking at artificial intelligence technologies, which can also look at potential risks and manage aspects such as drought, pest control, disease in advance before it actually happens. And a big also area that I love myself is blockchain. Blockchain technologies in agriculture, which I'm seeing is growing quite extensively. I find that this is a time that companies, organizations in Africa can now do things differently and accelerate our growth path, particularly in agricultural production and processes.
I see. Well, actually, that's sounds like quite a good investment opportunity going forward. And one of the other things that I wanted to talk to you about is the fact that there's a lot of the guidelines and rules of impact investing that I think, given the crisis, are going to become the norm. I mean, there's a number of agri-tech startups in Africa. This is definitely going to be an interesting market. But I believe that impact investing rules are going to become the norm. I mean, what are your feelings? Do you see that? I mean,
Absolutely. And if you look back at where the journey started, a couple of years ago, it started as ESG investing and then moved into sustainable investing, which then brought in different elements of environmental and social management. But then in the last year, 10 years or so, it's now become impact investing. And the way I see it now, I mean, we've had so many conversations in terms of why impact has been important in terms of defining the long-term value of how agriculture is managed across Africa. Now it's not an issue that is an if or when we will talk about it, but now it should be intrinsically embedded in everything that is done that is agriculture focused for Africa, looking at social management as well as environmental management for the progression of our own agricultural generation, as well as the generations to come that will need to use similar resources and probably will also go through their own sort of challenges and pandemics in their own time. Hopefully not, but then we are living through it now and we need to plan around these aspects into the future. So we cannot ignore impact, and particularly when it comes to investments, we now need to look and see deeper into this now.
there you go. Hopefully, we're going to have a more responsible investment world going forward. Thank you very much, Tendai. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, thank you. Bye.